পরিদর্শনে সেন্ট মেরিজ ক্যাথিড্রাল দেখবেন আর্চবিশপ মহোদয় এগিয়ে যাচ্ছেন তাকে গ্রহণ করার জন্য।
Good morning, Your Excellency. Welcome to St. Mary's Cathedral.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. Yes.
Good morning. Good morning.
Welcome here.
Thank you. How are you?
Yeah, with you.
Good morning.
So that will
Good morning. Good morning.
yeah.
Good morning. Good morning, sisters. Good morning. Good morning.
It's very hot. Sorry.
Yeah.
But weather is like this.
I'm used to it now. Oh my goodness. Everybody.
Yeah, you can see. Yeah. So, please take your seat. Take your seat, please. This is our
A shiny and lovely morning to all. Good morning. We are very glad and honored the presence of Her Excellency, the Ambassador of the United States of America, in this very auspicious moment among us, the youth gathering of Archdiocese of Dhaka. There are 400 young people who gather together here to achieve not only human development but also great provision. And in this very moment, we are gathered together here in this cathedral. We extend our heartfelt prayer for your future successful, meaningful vision in Bangladesh, in the view of course, solidarity, harmony, and a good relationship between Bangladesh and the United States of America. Of course, at the same time, we like to see a good democratic government in Bangladesh. So in this moment, we wholeheartedly like to welcome you with offering a bunch of flower, a symbol token of our joy and sharing. Of course, with animated songs performed by our London young people of Archdiocese of Dhaka. Let's encourage them with a round of applause.
W-E-A-L, C-O-N-E-C-O, W-E-A-L.
She will say hello to you.
Good morning. Shubho Shokal. I'm very happy to see this young energy today. When I asked to come see the cathedral, I didn't know it was Youth Day. And when I walked in here, greeted by our leadership, I had no idea that there would be 400 young people here today. So I walked in, it was a big surprise, and I could just say thank you, because your presence and your energy has uplifted us. And I hope that you have a wonderful conference, and I thank all of you for sharing this beautiful cathedral with us, which I understand was initially started by an American archbishop, so we have the Bangladeshi American connection here in this beautiful church. So very successful conference to all of you. Thank you for your hospitality. Ono Dhanyavad.
So thank you very much. Let's say a few words. They are very happy. We got this way.
So do you have an active youth group among university high school students?
Yes, we have.
And what's the percentage of the population?
Catholic, we say Christians because it's a small, tiny minority. So you say less than 1%. Not more than 800,000 Christians in Bangladesh. So we say we identify ourselves as Christians.
Right.
And we have a United Forum of Churches. There I am the president and all the other churches are there. So we sit together, talk together, especially in time of difficulties. We all got information, understanding like that. So this is the house, also built by the American citizen and more than 100 years old. This is the heritage building.
And our sisters are from order.
This is the hotel of my sisters. We started by my predecessor and yeah, please come and sit. Please come and sit. Please come and sit. Please come and sit. I extend my hearty welcome to Your Excellency Tracy Jacobson, an American ambassador to Bangladesh. We are very grateful to you for visiting St. Mary's Cathedral and giving us the opportunity to meet you and express our concern as a minority community. Though we are less than 1%, but our contribution to our nation is enormous, especially in the field of education, healthcare, charitable activities, works of Mother Teresa, Caritas, CCTV, World Vision, HEAT, and many other Christian organizations. We are very grateful to the American Holy Cross missionaries, sisters, brothers, and priests. They gave us very good education and formation. They established the best educational institutions like university, colleges, and schools, and carried out the work of evangelization and developmental activities. As I said, that this cathedral was built by my predecessor, American Archbishop Lawrence Grainer. And this house is really blessed by the visit of two popes, Mother Teresa, king, queens, many diplomats, high commissioner, ambassadors, ministers, and dignitaries. Thank you very much for giving us this nice time. Now, we set the timetable first of all, because we have only 30 minutes here. First of all, that within 30 minutes, Mr. Alo Benedict and Shunjit Drong. Alo Benedict is one of our leaders, worked as the head of executive director of Bangladesh Caritas, now head of Asian Caritas. He has vast knowledge in the country and the situation. And Shunjit Drong is the indigenous leader. So he also works for the indigenous people, human rights. So within 10 minutes, then there should be another 10 minutes for open discussion, then last 10 minutes for tea and sharing. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency and respected attendees, there are about 650,000 Christians in Bangladesh. Their presence is noticed and contribution are recognized by the government and the majority committee for education and health and humanitarian responses and development intervention. Parents seek admission first for the children in Christian college and schools, not only for excellence in knowledge and skills, but also for right formation and valuable education. There are over 30 Christian non-government organizations, including Caritas, CCTV, World Vision, HEAT, Baptist Aid Salon, covering most of the districts of Bangladesh for education, empowerment, disaster management, climate adaptation, peace building, interfaith dialogue, aiming at integral human development. Bangladesh has been a moderate Muslim country with laudable level of tolerance for people of different faiths. But over the last few years, fundamentalism, intolerance, discrimination, incidents of attacks on minorities, looting of properties of minorities, threats for killing, disappearances have been on the rise, turning the overall human rights situation from bad to worse and putting the minorities into an insecure situation. Many wonder why the Indian government has not reconstituted to restart the much needed activities of the Human Rights Commission. It is so important to have a fully functional Human Rights Commission to protect the rights and dignity of the people, especially that of minorities and indigenous people. Overall, present political situation appears that we are fine. In reality, we are not, because of weak and inexperienced administration. Many major issues are not clear or concrete. There is crisis of trust among the main political parties over issues like election and justice system reforms, timing and holding of national election, A big question asked again and again, will there be national election in February 2026? As a nation, where are we heading for? Towards Afghanistan, referring to Islamization, or Myanmar, referring to internal conflicts? I visited 4 districts, Joshua, Jinaiza, Choran, and Mahapur this month from 17 to 19 September. There, in the rural area, people are confused, uncertain there, and insecure. Members of the Church of Bangladesh in Mahapur district told me they didn't know where their neighbors had gone. Their houses have been empty for over a year. Their absence means for them no works, and no works mean no money to buy food and other essentials. They pray daily that their neighbor may return to him soon. The organization name ASK, I'm Satish Kandor, a well-known legal aid and human rights organization. You can visit their website. From the published sources in their report for January-July 2025 has mentioned the following human rights related statistics: violence against women, both domestic and rape, 334, child killed, 259, mob beating to death, 103, violence against religious minorities, attacks on houses, 31, put fire on houses, 23. It may be noted that actual number of human rights violations are higher than the numbers reported in the ASK report. For fear of reprisal, in our country, many human rights violations are not reported or published. Discrimination-free society is still a far-reaching dream, from my observation. Discrimination has gradually been becoming a system. It is very true politically. The Indian government soon after the taking over started excluding, discriminating the people of the particular party that was in power, and it was done by the past government. So exclusion was in the past, exclusion remains. Same is true for corruption. It was there and it remains. It is the general perception that the majority of the minorities are the follower of the past ruling party. This perception brings discrimination to the Christian government's employees of public and autonomous institutions and universities. For example, one Christian employee of National University has been asked by the authority to prefer for post-retirement that she is about to complete 25 years of service. Under Section 45 of the Recruitment Act, the authority can send anyone to retirement without mentioning any reasons. I also know one teacher who cannot go now to teach to the university because he used to write and publish articles on the father of the nation. Minorities have to live in country in a higher rate than before. Rate of Christian living in the country is much higher than the Hindus and the Buddhists. This is because of fear, threats of an uncertainty of future of the table. There are often threats from the mosque and announcement in the public meetings about the future education system, justice system, race code, from the leaders of the Islamic parties. Despite all odds and challenges, we have been trying our best to show our love and respect to people of other religions. So what? We have been able to overcome all challenges by God's grace for active dialogue and support from our national and international friends. So we are hopeful things will change, and together we can change. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I now request Mr. Sujit Rao.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Excellency, Bishop, friends. I represent indigenous peoples of this country. In an estimation, there are more than 3 million indigenous peoples living in Bangladesh. Bangladesh government recognized in 2019 50 indigenous communities in this country. I belong to Bravo indigenous peoples. So the major challenges are like that. We have been facing systematic and historical injustice like other indigenous peoples face at global level in this country. And another challenge is also like land issue, lack of recognition of ancestral land rights of indigenous peoples. You can imagine that in a small country, like 56,000 square miles area, 180 million people live in this country. So still indigenous population occupies some lands. Like I come from the Garo Hills area, so still we are occupying some lands and some forests in the Chittagong Hill Tracts. Indigenous peoples are also occupying some lands and forests. So the recognition of this land, especially the customary rights of the land, ancestral rights of the land, is a big issue. Because indigenous peoples have been living on their land for generations, for many, many years. Many of them do not have proper paper document. If you have lands, then the land should be registered. But indigenous peoples, they don't have this. So conflicts are there in indigenous areas, and we have been trying to go to government officials and decision-making bodies how we can solve it. I would say many years ago, more than 10 years ago, 15 years ago, government made commitment that they would form a special land commission for solving the land problem of indigenous peoples. But it did not happen. Another issue is, I think, if you see today's register or Prathamala or other newspaper today, that you will see that yesterday in the Chittagong and Khagrachal, tensions are there. 3 days ago, one minor indigenous girl of grade 8 were raped, and indigenous peoples organized protest rallies. And then yesterday, in that protest rally, gunfire was done. Indigenous peoples claim that law enforcing agencies open the fire, but always this is a problem. From authority side, they said who opened the fire still not decided like that. But 3 people were killed. Indigenous peoples claiming that 5 people were killed. So my point is the violation of human rights is a big issue, and lack of proper participation in the decision-making process of indigenous people is a big issue. And like other countries, indigenous peoples are one of the forest communities in this country. They also face lack of education, lack of justice is a very big issue. Culture of impunity is a big issue for human rights defenders from indigenous communities. So today, Your Excellency and my colleagues are here who really want that human rights should be recognized. So indigenous people's issues, I request that this should be looked after. Special measures should be done for it.
Thank you very much. Can you please give it in writing to the embassy?
I will do
So
so.
that it can be there.
And also Hermanowski is taking notes, so he's very good at taking
Oh,
notes.
thank you very much. Now, can I give the floor to them so that they can say something
Sure.
for 10 minutes? Very short and one question or one.
Yeah, thank you. I'm Reverend David Nathan, serving as General Secretary, National Council of Churches. We are so glad you come here to visit us. This is a special occasion for us. And we are so glad. We were glad when the government has changed, and we welcome our interim government. And what we see as a minority, not only Christian but Hindus and Buddhists, we are not really happy because of injustice, mob justice, various injustice, discrimination, religious injustice, religious human rights violation. So many things are happening silently.